Hey, everybody, welcome back to Lettermen Row. It is BuckIQ, and for the first time, I finally got him. Johnnie Dixon, former Ohio State superstar, touchdown machine, stand out in that Buckeyes receiving room, the guys that changed the culture. Finally getting him to break down some of the film. Johnny, it's so good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. Thanks for having me finally.
I
I'm
know.
gonna put it on you, not me.
That's on me, right? Yeah.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
All right, so this guy, you know him a little bit, Chris Olave.
Yes, sir.
What was the first time you remember this guy and you thought, hey, he's going to be a star for the Buckeyes?
Did they want to practice? Like, I don't know. Because when freshmen come in, like, they're naturally talented, but like he was fundamentally sound, like already. So it was a big surprise. Like me, Paris, and Terry was like, wow, like this dude's already ready to play. You got to watch out for him. He's gonna try to take one of our spots this year.
Well, you guys, for the most part, held him off for that freshman year, but late in that season, he started coming on and he made those big plays in the rivalry game, the postseason, and he's just been taking off with these touchdowns. What is it about him that makes him such a dangerous threat in the passing game?
The kid can do it all. I know he's not like the biggest kid ever, but he runs great routes. He has great hands. He can track the ball pretty easily. So I mean, he has everything you want in a receiver. He has nice height to him. He can put on about 5 pounds, but I mean, he has everything in his toolbox that he needs to be successful, like the way he is right now.
For you three, captains, amigos from a couple years ago with Paris and Terry, how much does it mean to you? How much pride is there when this is a guy that was under your wing a couple of years ago and now is still like keeping that unit, Zone 6, at that level that you guys helped build it to?
Man, you love to see it. As guys go through the ranks, you expect them to be, a leader, somebody that's making plays and, doing all the right things. And, he just made us proud because he's doing everything that we thought he would do, from day one coming in. So, it's very exciting to see, the tradition just keep going. And, hopefully after he leaves, it keeps going. And, I know it will because, we got Hart, we got such a great room. So it's going to just continue to get better, as years go on.
All right, he's rolling along, 4 touchdowns already this season for the Buckeyes, just like Johnnie Dixon back in the day. Going to have JD break it down for us right now. Let's roll the tape. All right, here we go. Chris Olave making plays. I mean, this is just a place that you know pretty well, or an opponent that you know pretty well, making some big plays. This one was pretty eye-opening. And I think Chris Olave has done this a number of times in his career, but even if you think you've got him covered, he might still come down with that football.
He finds a way, man. I don't know. He's just so special in his technique and, things that Hart is also teaching him and, things he's been doing for a while. But look at the route. He did enough to stop his feet.
Yeah.
And one just gives him a chance, man. And that's what you want. And with a guy like Chris, just give him a chance. Him, Garrett, went in there, just get a guys a chance. And I think Chris' very first touchdown was against Team Up North last year, right?
Yeah, it went freshman year, 2 years ago, yep.
Well, yeah, time flies. 2 years ago.
You've been gone too long, JD.
Too long. And it's a similar thing he had against them on his first one. He went up and got it. And, like I said, everybody can't make those type of plays. It takes a special receiver, a special guy, to really hone in on his training and being able to do something like this. It's incredible.
I think it sounds, it'd be easy for me to say, man, this is a really difficult catch. The coverage is great. He's got to go up and high point it. Like, how hard is this really, as someone who's actually had to do it?
It's a really hard play because you got a distraction of the defender's hand. Those lights in that stadium are pretty wicked. So, they hit your he probably has on a visor. It hits your visor pretty weird. But Chris is just one of those guys that makes all the circus plays. And that's why I was mad at him when he dropped that the first one, 2 weeks ago, because I knowing what he can do, when he drop it, it's like, come on, Chris. But it's a very difficult play. Look at the DB's hands right in his face. Just
you got to get that happen, man. And it makes, because he made that one earlier in this game, it made this one seem almost routine. But I've talked to you about these kind of plays before. Like this might be even more difficult than having the defender in his face, right?
This play is it's crazy that it really is much more difficult because, like I said, the left side over the shoulder is one of the hardest catches in the game that I think. People struggle with this a lot, and just being able to full speed, full stretch, and man, look at the ball too, man. You can't complain about that at all, man. It's just a great play.
It's
crazy fingertip.
Why is it down that left side that makes it hard, Johnny?
Because I would say for us right-handed guys, it's weird putting that left hand. It's kind of your dominant hand when you're on that left side, in my opinion. Maybe every guy don't feel like that, but I remember back when we were in school, we used to always complain that somebody would drop one like that and be like, it's that left side. So the right side has always been easier for me, but, I mean, you ask a guy like Chris, it probably really doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, Ohio State's been willing to put you guys on different sides and Heartline with the teaching, like, hey, you're not just an X receiver, you're going to play all over the field, and they've done that. I mean, I think that's sort of – go ahead.
We actually experimented with that, like staying on the side like 2 years ago. It lasted about a week. If that. It probably lasted like 2 days. We enjoyed it because, we got to take a break. We didn't have to move all across the field. But I think moving across the field allows you to become more of a complete receiver because if you just learn on one side, then it's going to be awkward when you eventually have to move to the other side. So
right.
Ohio State does it. They do their job to make sure, your skill set is where it needs to be.
All right, when I watched this play live on Saturday night against Rutgers, Johnny, from the press box, I thought, there is no way that throw is ending in a touchdown. And yet here he is. Chris Olave just pops right up in the right spot. Justin Fields puts it on the money, wearing that number 1, and they score. I mean, this to me was just a crazy play.
Like I said, number 1, making that number 1 look great. I can appreciate that. But, again, another crazy catch, man. Like I said, the guy just makes the craziest catches. And, like, from day one, we noticed that, like, man, this dude is catching everything. And he uses his hands. It's not like, every now and then, of course, you're going to use your body or whatever. But, that guy, man, I don't know what kind of training he had in Cali, but wherever he was at, young guys in Cali, man, y'all need to follow up with that.
All right. Well, I guess you could take some credit for that. I said he teed you up with that leadership from a couple years ago, and maybe Johnnie Dixon taught him that. I don't know.
I don't know, man. He kind of already had that when he came in.
All right, so here you go again on this left side, and you told me before we were getting ready to watch these clips. You don't know how much there is to say. I mean, these guys are just making it look easy, aren't they?
They make it look so easy and so fun, man. Me, Paris, and Terry, we're always texting on game days like, man, we wish we had a full Coach Day offense.
And this side, take me through this here because you've got Garrett and Chris on the same side. That's got to scare some defensive backs.
Yeah, I tell you what, I bet somebody in the press box was going crazy when they saw both of them on the same side. This kind of reminds me of a play kind of like we had. It's not really like that. We had a crosser against Nebraska last year, and the inside guy, Terry, he kind of took the notice of the safety in the corner off of me. And it's kind of like the same thing. You still have the corner sitting there, but he's in no man's land. His feet's basically dead right now. And if you're standing like that when Chris comes full speed, he's going to run right past you. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Swipe of the hand is over with. Once you swipe that DB's hand, he doesn't know where you at.
Does Chris know right now when he gets through that that's a touchdown?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If I was on the sideline right now, you would have saw my hands going up.
Well,
I'm surprised more hands on the sideline aren't going up right now. I'm surprised Hardline isn't sprinting down the sideline.
Maybe it's just become so routine that it's not.
It's something you see from him every day. So it's like, certain things it's hard to top, and I mean that's just too easy right there. So there's not really much to say. But I can say number 1, man, you put it on a rope.
Well, that's got to be the best part for these guys that are in zone 6. Like, if you get open, that one can find you.
Oh, he's going to find you. He's like made a comparison between he has the arm of the Wayne and he can run like Braxton. Like, what are you going to do with that?
There's only so many, right?
Exactly. And then you have the weapons on the outside. So it's like, it's amazing, man. It's so great to see.
I can tell you want to be back out there playing in this offense. That's That's the number one takeaway.
I tell you what, I wish I had a few more years. Start over right now.
All right. Well, instead, you can just break it down with us. BuckIQ finally got you. Chris Olave, 4 touchdowns already for the Buckeyes. A chance to get more on Saturday night against Maryland. Appreciate Johnnie Dixon. He's still training and grinding out there, hoping for the best. He can get some good luck with some injuries. Otherwise, he's just going to be with me every Monday breaking down the wide receivers.
It seems like it's going to be my new job nowadays.
Yeah, hey, we're happy to have you. Johnnie Dixon, great to have you join us for the first BuckIQ of your career. I am Austin Ward. Appreciate Johnnie Dixon. This has been a Chris Olave BuckIQ. We'll see you next time at Lettermen Row.